Hello and welcome back to the studio, everyone. My name is Carson, and as always, this is K2 Productions. We are back for another video of the Fives ARC Trooper helmet build. If you haven't checked out the other videos in this series, definitely go check them out. I will put the link right up here somewhere or down in the description so you can go check them out if you haven't seen them already. But without further ado, we are going to be finishing up some painting today, and I'm going to show you how I attach the rangefinder and how the mechanism all works and stuff like that. I'm also going to show you what I do with the greeblies that go right here and right here. So let's get right into it. Try this out. That's freaking cool. Oh, I blew some dust in my eyes. That hurt. So in the reference images that I have from the actual Clone Wars, the ones that I took screenshots of the episode. By the way, it's one of the episodes where they're with General Krell, that piece of crap guy who ends up for the Sith and stuff, and they end up, yeah, that's the episode that I'm taking reference from, and in that, this is white. Like the reference photo that I have back here, it is the same color as the rest of the helmet. Everything's just shaded because of the reference images that I have. They're in like a dark state at the moment, so it looks like this is white, and then obviously the clone helmets don't have this on most of theirs, this little thing, so I think I'm gonna actually leave it white too. But I do know that the teeth need to be colored either black or gray. I haven't decided yet, but I know they need to be colored. And then I also know that I still need the diamond and the two dots to be red. So if those are the last couple things that I paint, I will at least be painting the teeth and those things. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to tape them off right now. Also, so I printed out these guys, the little aerators. They barely fit. These are, I printed, this is the 100% scaled Galactic Armory helmet that comes with the whole suit of armor files. This is 100% scaled. These are also 100% scaled, but they were like wedged in there. Like they like barely fit. And then this is for the mouth, the chin, it's supposed to go right here. But it barely fits as well, so I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet. So we're back out in the garage, and I have everything taped off. So you can see, it looks a little funny. I have the teeth taped off, and then these tiny, tiny little spots for the red. That's all the red that's on there. So now what I'm going to do real quick is I'm just going to spray it with the white spray paint like I did last time, just to kind of seal up any holes and make sure that that everything that I'm spraying is the color that I want, or that that nothing will sneak through. So I'm just gonna give it a real light spray like that. So I'm gonna use a heat gun and actually just dry the paint up real quick. You can use a blow dryer. It's a way better idea. This stuff is dry, so I'm just using this. Whoop. This it's all backwards, but it's Ultra Cover 2x coverage Rust-Oleum red. That's just the one I had in my basement. I was like, okay, I'll use that red. So I'm just gonna give it a very light dusting right on these top bits right here. Hopefully it works. Oh, well, that's incredibly unfortunate. Whoop. Hey! I'm actually using the filler primer, the Rust-Oleum filler primer for the teeth, So on the 501st, it says the teeth are, it doesn't say what color they're supposed to be, but then it says the ear covers are supposed to be painted gray along with the rangefinder. So when I looked at the picture, the teeth match the color of the rangefinder. So I'm going to be spraying them gray. And then while I'm at it, I'm also going to paint the earpiece that same color. So while my helmet is driving, it's sitting right here. This is part of it. I'm going to paint these guys, the aerators. So what I'm going to do, so on the 501st website, this part, these step parts are black, and then the center part is silver. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to just take a piece of masking tape. Since my PLA is already silver, and it's a fine color that I want, I'm literally going to take this piece of masking tape and push it all onto this this aerator right here. I'm gonna push it in there really good, get it all nice and stuck to it. And then you can see I use my fingernails to get around the edge. And then all I'm gonna do is take this X-Acto knife and cut around the edge. So I've cut all the way around the edge. I'm just gonna make sure that I push it all down again real good. I've cut all the way around the edge, and then I can literally just peel the rest of it off. Right before I paint it, I'm just gonna make sure to press the tape down really good, and and if the paint, like you can see there, if you look really closely, there's no way you're gonna see that. Let's see. Kind of. If you can, hey, my lights just turned off. If you look really closely, you can see that the very edges are just barely like not covered, but that does not bother me. If there's a little bit black around the edges, it's literally weathering, so who cares? All right, so I'm back from my activities while I waited for my stuff to dry. So now we have my the aerators are both dry, so let's peel off our tops. Whoop, and we have some seepage. So this is what it looks like. So it did seep. Oh boy. Let's see what the other side looks like. Oh, so the other side looks better. This side looks pretty good. So I'm not sure if I will just, I could just sand it down just slightly. Or it could just look dark, and I'll just make it look like weathering, or I'm not sure what I'll do with that yet. Or I could paint it silver, like hand paint it. We'll see. So that's all dry. I've painted the little ear cover, and our stuff is dry here. So I'm gonna start gently peeling off some of it. So we see cool stuff, hopefully. We have everything turned out already. I can look at these leaks and I did the other one, so. There, so that looks pretty good. We do have, oh, there's nice. So, it looks like it's yours. There's a little bit of so actually, we probably can just scratch that off, maybe, possibly, I don't know. Right, we can basically just scratch it off. So it's going to have to do that. We can pretty much scratch it off. And then, we'll peel off this one. Oh, I don't have it, yeah. I take this one, legit, look at it. Let's see, can you see those? So we have a couple lines that are passing where we want to. So, then we'll have to fix that. You can see there are a couple little dots and stuff. So, we'll see if I fix that. I'm going to just scratch off. Possibly these sometimes I actually really well. You just kind of scrape it off with these and this time it looks like it turned out really well. Oh, yeah, see, this side is really great. So, let's see. Here on the feet. So now we can start this stuff. Hopefully everything will be done well and we don't have any red. Just in the single before. So let's see. This one. Our red dot looks good there. Alright, you can see it. Nice and tiny. What's this? Our red dot looks pretty good there. Let's see what our little arrow looks like. There's our arrow. That looks freaking awesome. So we did have a tiny bit of seepage, but it actually makes it look cooler. So I think I'll be alright with that. There's so many different design variations of that. Nope, there's some tape. Of like that little arrow. Some of them are arrows, some of them are diamonds, some of them, so I think I'll be alright if it's just a little bit off. Now that we have everything painted that I want to paint, we can now start assembling things. So we get to glue in these guys. That's kind of what we'll be looking at. That looks nice, looks better. Still looks so shiny and like, not shiny, but just like white. So I can't wait to weather it. One of the things, I was talking about this earlier, but my helmet was all taped up, so I couldn't do anything about it. So I'll show you. Oh, hello. So I'll show you. This does not fit. It doesn't fit right here. It's too, it's too narrow. The thing is too wide, and I printed this at 100%, and I printed the helmet at 100%, so I'm not really sure. So what I'm going to do, I have my heat gun, and I'm literally just going to heat this little guy up and then press it on there, and it will bend. It will bend slightly, and they heat up really fast, so just be really careful you don't heat it up too much. Oh yeah, there, it's a little squishy. So we're just gonna squeeze it down in there. So you can't really see. I literally just pushed it in there. I heated it up a little bit, and you'll see when I take it away that it is now bent. You like my hat? So it's kind of cooled off now. I don't think it's moving anymore. And you can see that we literally just bent it. Oh, you can't see that at all. We bent it. I can't see what I'm showing you. You can see we literally just bent it. Now it fits in our chin piece. Our chin little mouthpiece right there perfectly. Basically, I'm just gonna use some super glue, glue the aerators in here, and put these in. And glue the ear cover on one side, and we are going to also drill the hole and put in the rangefinder. So I'll show you what I have planned for this. So here, this is the antenna, and it's printed with a hole, and very nicely cut out little hole for us so that we could attach it to our helmet and it could be functional. So, oh my gosh. So on the outside, so this will be facing out this way, it has a big hole, and then on the inside it has a small hole. So that means that you can put something like this through it. So we are gonna put it through the hole, and so that it's staying on that side. And then we got the screw coming through the back, and then this will go through the helmet. And then we also have a washer and a nut that will be on the inside of the helmet. So what we're gonna do, they're all on the right side. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna drill a hole through this little earpiece right in the center as best as we can. Actually, I got even better. I'm gonna mark it. Except I don't have a marker anywhere. Un momento. I'm just gonna center this guy best as I think I can. Take my trusty pen. Draw a little circle in there. So now we have a circle, and we can take a drill and drill that spot out. So I have a drill bit. And it's just slightly smaller than how big the screw is, because I want it to be pretty snug. And if it's a little bit too small, I can just heat the screw up with the heat gun and press it through, and then it'll be really snug. So, because I want it to be like, you need it to be tight enough so that it can like stay in its positions as you put it up and down. So we're gonna drill this in. I have no idea what the best plan of action is here. Maybe like that. Wow, I look like a dangerous man. Okay, let's try like this. Whoop, that was fast. Did it go all the way through? There's a nice little hole going right through there. So now Heat it up a little bit and press it through. Sorry, and because it's steel, it hasn't burned my fingers yet. This is probably like the worst idea ever. Give it a good old push. Okay, that didn't work at all. Alright, so I had to get a little creative because I wasn't even thinking, and this section of the helmet is actually quite thick. If you look on the inside of the helmet, it's not hollow, you know. It's definitely, there's like a, you know, like that. Yeah, probably like that much thick in that section. So what I did, I drilled my hole, but then I realized I could have just gotten a longer screw. But I also didn't want, when you're wearing the helmet, I didn't want the screw to be like punching you in the ear, you know, so, excuse me, cords. So what I did is I took a soldering iron, you can kind of see in there. I basically just cut a nice little hole, a nice circle hole, out of that, and then through the infill and stuff like that. So it's still quite thick in there. There's still probably like a half an inch or so of material still for everything to be grabbing onto and whatnot. But it all fits together and works now. So I'll show you. We'll put these pieces. So we have this piece. Oh, that's the wrong side. It is most definitely supposed to be on this side. That is so unfortunate. I got it taken care of. We're just not gonna talk about that. So, I don't know if I said it before, but it's really easy. We literally, like, that was probably one of the luckiest mistakes ever. We can literally just slap this boy on and cover up that hole. The inside, there's a nice big hole in there now, but okay, now on. No more mentionings of that. Anyway, so I got it all screwed in there. There, you know, it whip. So basically what I did, you can see in there somewhat. So you can kind of see this way. I literally just cut a hole out there for it. So this is not ideal. You can see that I cut a hole out in there, put the washer and the thing on, and just tighten it down, finger tighten it down as best as I could. Oop, hello. So I just finger tightened it down best as I could. I didn't want it to get it too tight because I don't want there to be like too much friction on this. But you can, you know, like finger tighten it whenever you'd like. So now the next step is you'll see this just barely doesn't fit on perfectly. It's because this little bulb is a little bit too far. So what we're going to do is we're just going to use the heat gun again, and we're going to heat up the antenna till it's a little mushy, and then we're just going to press this thing into it and get it to fit right there. So, oh boy, sorry mate, plugged in the wrong thing. Alright, so what we're going to do, we're just going to very gently heat this up. Very gently is the key word, because we don't want anything to start melting and getting all messed up. Does that feel like? Feel a little soft? We're just going to... Oh yeah. See? Now it's nice and pressed in there. So you can see it is completely flush. It's actually in deeper in there now. Now, when we press this in there, you can see that this guy caps it perfectly. So everything will be solid with that. So now all we have to do is glue some pieces on. We're pretty much ready to paint. I'm gonna order a visor. I don't have one yet. And I'm also gonna put like screen door material. I'm just gonna do a couple layers of screen door material behind the teeth, and we'll be weathering, and it'll be done. So we'll do some gluing now. All right, guys, that is it for today. I hope you really enjoyed this video. I really hope that in the next video I can get this all done. We'll see. Like I've said before, I'm really not good at this. Like this series has turned into like a 5-part series for one helmet, you know, but I just try and go as detailed as I can, and there's always things that I want to show you guys. I'm like, well, if I leave this out, then, you know, maybe somebody won't know this and blah, blah, blah. So they definitely get long, but I really hope you guys appreciate it. And if you have watched them all, thank you so much. It means the world to me. It's just, I find it absolutely incredible that I can put out videos of the stuff that I'm making and people are super interested and comment and interact with me about it. I just think it's one of the best feelings ever. So that being said, if you like this kind of content, definitely let me know. Click the like button or comment down below. You can also, you know, put in all your questions. I'd love to answer any of them that you can. I love reading all the comments and responding to all of them. So definitely put them down below if you'd like. You can also follow me on Twitter and Instagram at K2ProductionsYT, where you can see some just kind of behind the scenes kind of stuff. I kind of post just kind of whenever I feel like it, as much as I can, about random crap, you know, if I just 3D printed something or if I'm working on something today and blah, blah, blah. So if you want any like behind the scenes stuff, definitely go check that out. Other than that, if you'd like to support the channel, you guys know I say it every time. All you got to do, super easy and free, is share this with a friend who loves Star Wars just as much as you do. And yeah, that's really about it. Help grow the channel. It'll help so much. So. And of course, if you haven't already subscribed and you enjoy this kind of stuff, definitely be sure to do so and hit the little bell notification so you don't miss out on anything, because you cannot trust YouTube to tell you when my videos come out, because you never know. Some people subscribe to like 80,000 people and you never know. You want to see these ones when they come out, okay? But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I'm so thankful for you all. That's really about all I have to badger with you today. So I'll see you guys here next time here in the studio. Stay tuned and stay safe out there. Have a good one and go out and try and make something.